if you look at hinges just staying there, probably in the 80s or 90s, typically hinges were always there was a square in the corner. They were a rectangle. At some point, they started getting rounded off.
Right.
Why did they get rounded off?
Because routers are round.
Because routers are round, and they
right.
they didn't have to go in there and chisel corners. And so the hinge makers started making rounded corner hinges so that it'd be faster, right?
So it'd fit flush.
Which I'm not a fan of.
I'm not a fan.
To be
They're
honest
ugly.
with
It
you.
does look
Yeah.
weird.
And so and so that was just an example of one of those things.
That's so interesting.
What was happening? What was
speed it
happening in
up.
the field that the manufacturers actually went and started making round hinges? Because was it actually a problem that guys didn't know how to cut corners, or was it purely speed?
I think it was I think it was the door plant that probably did it.
No, I think you're right.
Well, it was also, it could be, it probably was a door plant.
Because they're assembling a bunch of pre-hungs and they're like,
Right.
why are you making this? Let's just cut these hinges off. Let's
Right.
grind this off, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well, okay, so
But that's an example of it diminishing us, I think.
yes,
I think.
no, I agree. I don't like I like the square hinges. It looks good.
It looks
the
a lot
radius
cleaner.
hinges does not look good.
Well,
Okay, so
it's also like square on square. Like you've got a square door with square panels in
Exactly.
it, or
But
rectangle to
this
rectangle panel.
goes to I'm kind of a Luddite, right? I like the old ways of doing things, but and this goes to cabinet doors as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cabinet doors with European hinges, I don't think are as good looking with cabinet doors with butt hinges. Okay, I go into those historic houses, and the butt hinges are big and beefy and fat, and they have a great finial on them, and they're better looking. A butt hinge is going to last 100 years at least. A European hinge lasts 15.
So you like big butt hinges.
I like
You see that
butt.
thing over there?
And you
Those are
cannot
butt
lie.
hinges.
There's one in that cabinet door over there.
Oh, okay.
And so it is, now wait. So me saying that, right, do people look, I know that is one of those triggers that is a Brent Hullism that I push my guys on, and I'm just like, we're not doing that cabinet door. We're not doing this thing. And I end up having these stands on, stuff that this is how I educate customers. This is how I talk to clients and things like that. But I also sit there and admit that this is stupid, right? In some respects. And so I don't know.
Go ahead.
There's something to holding strong to something so that the next thing doesn't happen, because what inevitably happens is you cut one corner, and then that corner ends up getting cut again, and then that corner gets cutting
that's
again.
where we get
and
where
that's
we
where
are.
we get exactly. And so there is something to be said about, we need someone who's going to be like, no, we need to do it this way. But I think it's important for everyone to understand why.